And we are on the podcast. We're live.
What's up? Another edition. How you been?
Shit, brother. I'm thinking, how you been?
Same old shit. You know how it is.
Sir,
But yeah, man, how's it been? Everything's good.
everything's good. Yeah. How was the birthday?
It was great. Yeah, been able to hang out with my son and go see his family and just be at home and shit.
Oh yeah.
My kid, he likes to stay up the night before until midnight, and he said, "Oh, it's my birthday now," so we all stayed up the night before and shit.
Oh
And
yeah.
a lot of news been going on lately. Have you seen what is it? Ozzy Osbourne died.
Ozzy, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan. Was that the son from the Cosby Show? He died too recently.
Hey,
You know what they say too? Death comes in threes.
well, I don't know if I count that in the same category, but okay.
Uh, I mean, Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne definitely is like, damn, those are like.
I was shocked right after to find out that Hulk. Uh, that was shocking. Yeah. For,
He just had that show, like that last concert, where he was like his farewell concert, then he died like 2 weeks later.
maybe he just kind of knew himself.
I don't know, maybe some crazy shit. It's crazy to see Ozzy Osbourne dead because like I remember him from a long time ago, like in the early 2000s. He was like the pioneer for the fucking reality shows. He was the first show. Pretty good shit, man. That's horrible. And then Hulk Hogan died. That was a weirdo too. But he's he's hilarious when they put like clips of him talking crazy and shit. Like the clips of him talking racist shit.
Mm, don't know.
You never seen that shit? That's usually
No.
hated because they're like his daughter was dating a black dude. So you're saying a bunch of crazy racist shit, and it's funny too because that dude like Hulk Hogan was really into like the shoe culture, and he was really into like rap of the time, like in the early 2000s and shit.
Damn.
It's funny to think that fucking guy was racist. Ozzy Osbourne, definitely.
Yeah. To see him go, man, that sucks. But that is such his life.
Yep, time gotta go, huh? I just feel like it would have been nice for Baby X to be here because I know he's a metalhead too. Say, to the old timer, Ozzy Osbourne.
And no X tonight.
Damn it, Xavier. Damn it. I'm sure he's off somewhere beating off, having a good old time. That's
Okay, so let me, what's your thoughts right here? I'm pretty sure you're aware that there was a really big, I want to say an 8.7 earthquake that hit Russia, and then earlier, I want to say yesterday or today, a 7.0 earthquake hit again, and
all
I
said
there's
there's gonna be
there's
tsunami.
there's also a volcano that's been in dormancy for 600,000 years or around there, and now it just got active again.
I don't know, but there are some volcanoes that are active that haven't done nothing. Like they're technically active, but they haven't erupted. So who knows, really? Like, but I did see that too the other day. They're saying that Alaska, or Alaska and something else. No, it was Alaska and fuck, I forgot where else. I think Canada, some shit like that. They said that if there's a yeah, scary shit, man. I know. I seen it. And I was like, I don't know. Who knows how if it could affect us or not? Because we are pretty fucking far away still. America.
It might.
Yeah, could travel for a long ass time. That's crazy to think. That there's been a lot of crazy shit. What was that? The flooding that's all been going down in Texas.
Yeah, we flooded when it rained really bad the other week.
Yeah, it was crazy how it came out of nowhere, huh? But there was a lot of flooding and shit, and people were trying to blame cloud. Have you ever heard of cloud seeding? Well, cloud seeding is where like they put chemicals into clouds,
What? How did he broomstick me?
and it makes the clouds like produce more rain in certain areas.
Huh.
Like there's even I forgot what part of the world they do that where like they actually shoot like mortars that are filled with like these chemicals. So it shoots up in the air and it helps helps it rain instead of hail or something like that too. And there's a company too that was they were blaming it for, and the company that does the cloud seeding, they were like, "Oh, we have nothing to do with it, this and that. That wasn't us." And a lot of people were talking about it that it was a conspiracy or some shit like that because it's like the speed of which it flooded was crazy. Another reason why I wanted to talk to X too because of the flooding in Texas, since he's from Texas too.
Yeah, fuck, man. A lot of shit's been going on. It's weird.
Yeah, crazy shit's been going on. I'm excited to fucking King of the Hill just came out the new season.
Yeah.
Just came. I was trying to watch the first episode. They have the whole season, which is cool. They have the whole season at once. I'm like, I don't know, man. I want to take it easy and watch one episode at a time until I can actually enjoy the whole season. But so far, like I watched a few minutes of it. It looked pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm skeptical. I'll
It's never
eventually.
gonna be like the original. It's not.
Someone just had to go shoot John Reckhorn.
Fucked it up. They also a little different too.
No!
So not to say either one wasn't important, but who do you think was more impactful when they died? Was it more impactful that Ozzy died, or do you think it more affected people that Hulk died?
I think it was Ozzy, but it's funny too because there's a lot of like people talking about how two of two of white folks' greatest idols, which is Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan, especially for like the older crowd of older white folks that are like metalheads and like wrestle people, like they're really sad because that shit went down. Look what they're talking about. They're like equating it to like um how when black folks lost Tupac and Biggie, it's like when white folks they lost Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne.
Damn.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, a lot of crazy shit going on nowadays. That fucking shooting that happened at the GSR. Did you hear about that shit?
Oh, dude, that's fucking crazy, bro.
That's some shit, huh?
So I actually put on the whole like police thing where it shows it on like the local like where they're standing and talking. So
Yeah.
I don't know if there's more details out there, but I watched when it first happened. So the cops were saying that he patrolled from the street coming up through the or through the parking lot, got it to valet, pulled out his gun, had a malfunction with his gun, and then eventually fixed it. Shot a few people. I think one died there, one died in the hospital, and then when he was going through the parking lot, he stopped or got in front of the car or by the car or something and shot the one person. Got in a gunfight with security.
No
Dude,
shit.
and then the cops shot him. That's fucking crazy. And he was loaded, dude. They said he had multiple magazines on him. Like, why would you start that in the valet? Like, I'm not saying I would ever do anything because I'm not stupid, but what the fuck? Like what was the
It's some
motive?
crazy. Apparently, I was on the subreddit about Reno, and it's crazy because they talk a lot about shit in town, and Reno's so small, so they're saying the dude right, and they have pictures of the guy already, and this dude they're saying that his child support got raised, so he was looking for his baby mama, his baby mama's mama, which is his old mother-in-law, and the aunt. He was trying to look for the three of them, and I guess they worked at the GSR, and he went to the GSR, but he didn't realize that the GSR in the back. That's where they have the employee entrance. So he was assuming like he was going there to look for them. I'm guessing like what he probably did was like went, fuck, I can't find them. Well, I'm gonna shoot some people then. That's some shit.
Dude, that's crazy.
What a fucking bastard, huh? Fuck
Yeah.
that.
That was fucked up. And then the fire yesterday at like Cold Springs.
Oh yeah, huh? There was a fire. Yeah, when I used to live in Stead, it was crazy because like the house I used to live in instead on the second story balcony, you can look out and you can see like the house behind us. It was kind of like we're on a hill, so you can look outside the balcony and see the house above, like in the back of us, and then that was the street behind us, and then right behind their street was the highway, and then it was just all the hills. So then one time there was a fire up there, and they were saying that they might have to get people to evacuate. I swear to God, I looked out the balcony and I seen the flames from the balcony. I can see them across the highway. It was that fucking close. It was crazy. Yeah, well, out there, man, it's crazy because like it'll jump the highway too, just from it being so windy. It'll go across the highway and like burn because there's more shit out there on the side of the highway. That's some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister-in-law too. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention as I kind of don't do sometimes. But yeah, my wife was telling me because my sister-in-law, she's a sheriff, and her the person that she's with, he's a Reno PD. So I guess, and then my other sister-in-law, which is her younger sister, he is trying to become a police or some shit too. But I guess when all that shit went down, that they're saying because she works close to the one that's not a cop, she like works right next door to the GSI. And I guess all the shit that was going down, they were telling like because the dude I think was one of the dudes that was involved in all this shit, like the cops that was there and like investigating all this and that. So she was like there to see what was going on while it was happening, which was fucking crazy. Yeah, just
Yeah.
in Reno, man, we were that small where shit happens, like everybody knows about it.
I mean, Reno's big, but it's not that big. Yeah.
Oh bullshit. So yeah, another day, another dollar, man. How's things been in your Chiefs, your Chief watching?
Jeez.
Man, I need to get into my sports again too, man. I don't know. I just sometimes fucking like, oh yeah, the Raiders in the play, and then I'm like,
I'm a Niner fan, bro. Where the fuck you getting this cheap shit?
because you
bull
got
crap?
that red jersey on. I think you're.
It's San Fran, bro. Fuck the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, you watching? You suck dick, bro.
I used to know this dude. He was married to his wife, and he was a big time Raiders fan. He was all about the Raiders, but his wife was a Chiefs fan. And it's like, what, you married your wife? She's a Chiefs fan? She's like, yeah, all her family are Chiefs fans too. So like I go hang out with them and then we watch the game together. And then they're all wearing their Chiefs shit and I got my Raiders jersey on. I was like, damn. The hate.
Yeah, no. I don't like no Chiefs here. Hell no.
Fuck no. So what's up with the fucking back to school pretty soon too, huh? Kids
The
almost
11th?
school. It's the end of this month, right?
The 11th.
Oh yeah, that's right, huh? The 11th.
Fucking pretty much.
Finally, get those kids back to school, huh? I'll fucking in my opinion, it should be different. Like when I was in LA, we had the schedules were different where they weren't like how it is here, like how it's 2 months out. It's 2 months out, right? And then they go back to school 10 months. Well, in high school in LA, they have the different schedules to where you do like 2 months in, 2 months out throughout the year, or they'll do like 3 months in, 3 months out, or they'll do like you're going for 6 months and then take a break for 3 months and then come back another 3 months. It's weird.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, somehow it worked out because there was a lot of kids, so they they spaced it out so not all the kids will be there at the same time. Too many kids at one time to have them all go at the school.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, California sucks.
I mean, I went to grade school in Bakersfield.
Bakersfield, man, fucking bumfuck no one in Bakersfield.
I know. I don't know, dude. It was cool down there.
It's like Reno's small as shit.
Bakersfield's bigger than Reno.
Yeah, it is pretty fucking small. Bumfuck nowhere. Oh, have you heard about that shit? They're gonna have a haunted house in the prison in Carson City.
No,
Yeah, you didn't hear about that shit?
no.
It's called the Dark Corners Haunted House. I know you probably heard of it.
No.
I guess they had it somewhere in town, but now they're gonna have it in Carson City. That's fucking cool. That'd be some shit though too, because you know how many motherfuckers actually got murdered there, like some shit.
Murdered.
Probably a whole lot of people got murdered themselves. Hell no. You like the haunted houses, Dave? I know you're a devil man. You like doing devil shit in the haunted house? Don't lie.
No, I mean, I'm paying someone. I might as well go on a ride and hopefully it malfunction and like the cage gives out and I fall like 90 feet to the ground.
Yeah, that's the term. My instincts is like, you know how people have the fight or flight instinct, where it's like I get scared, I gotta run away or I gotta fight. Like my instinct is like I gotta fight.
Just punch the kid that's wearing the mask.
Yeah, probably. Give him a fresh. What's that one shit too? They have. I think that was down south somewhere. I think, or maybe it was in Florida, and then he moved to another state. But there was a story. Fuck, I gotta look it up too now. But there was a famous haunted house, and this dude, he's been doing it for decades. And I think it's called the most realistic haunted house or some shit like that. But it's not even like a haunted house. So the way this dude does it, right? He doesn't have people like pay him or nothing. He in pocket. He only wants them to pay him like dog food and shit like that. Like he loves animals, whatever the fuck. Yeah. So it's about him giving a cash prize. I forgot what the cash prize is. I gotta look it up real quick. What's the name? Oh, the monster side. That's what it's called. McCamey Manor. That's what it's called. You ever heard of that shit?
No.
Well, the McCamey is about this guy. Let me fucking. That way I get it down. It's an American torture haunted house attraction, which survival horror style events are enacted. Founded in San Diego by Russ McCamey. The attraction dates back to 1989. Fuck. And in 2014, he attempted to move to Illinois. Then later, Arizona. Yet the backlash from the public prevented him from doing so. The original house in San Diego was shut down in 2015. Damn, for that long? 2017, he successfully relocated to Tennessee, with a separate location opening up in Huntsville, Alabama. The house operates year-round, offering year-round. Some iterations can last up to 36 hours, and other iterations up to 10. So there's people that they sign a liability waiver, so they don't get in trouble for anything. So they're subject to forms of physical, sexual, and psychological torture. What the fuck? Men and women do this too. Not just men. Women do this too. I forgot what the fuck. Like he. Man, this is weird. The list of requirements to go through with the experience is intensive, and not completing or fulfilling any requirements will stop participants from to participate. Requirements include completing a sports physical, getting a doctor's note saying you're physically and mentally sound, passing a background check, showing proof of medical insurance, passing a drug test the day of, as well as the last 18 with the last 18 to 20-year-olds are required someone to fucking sign for you. What the fuck? Yeah, this is weird. But yeah, this guy, he's pretty much telling these people like, if you can survive this, I think it's 48 hours or some shit like that, then I'll pay you a sum of money. I forgot where it said and how much money it was, but it was a couple $1,000s. Yeah, a cash prize originally of $20,000, and he had deducted $500 from the prize every failed challenge or use of profanity. What? Well, these people are crazy. So if you ever watched the Hulu documentary about it, the Hulu documentary shows him, and he's like, doesn't get money for it. He just wants you to give him food for his dogs. It's a whole thing where it's one person at a time, and he gets people to go in, and sometimes these are like felons, like ex-felons and shit. So they'll pay them and sign waivers, and then torture them, do fucking weird shit, slap them, punch them in the face, put them in, tie them up, put them in like fucking inside of like freezers, like crazy shit like that, or like try to like pretend to drown them, or like fucking what's that one shit where they put the cloth over their face and then they do the waterboarding? Yeah, that's what it's called. They pour the water on them and shit like that, like some straight torture, like some diabolical ass shit. Yeah, it's some crazy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and what's crazy about it? End up in the hospital. Like in the documentary, they show all the people, like some of the people they try to like sue him, but because of like them signing the papers, they can't sue him. So they're like trying to come out about him. One of them's a lady, and she's like, I can fucking do this. I'm gonna make it happen. It's not a big deal. And it's crazy too, because like they videotape the whole process from like the beginning when they meet, they do an interview, they get set up all the way up until the last day. Give like an exit interview. The whole time is being recorded. So in the beginning, laughing and having a good time and smiling and shit. And then when it really starts, smile. Don't fucking shut your fucking mouth. And then they start like tying them up and like putting duct tape on them. At one point, I think he like makes them dig a fucking hole, like it's gonna be their grave, like crazy shit. Like the lady at one point, like she gets like she almost makes it, but she quits because they make have medical issues, and we're not gonna keep this. Yeah, so they're like, oh, you have medical issues, so we're gonna stop it. So she was pissed about it, like you fucking like pretty much slapped me, beat me up, punched me, and then that lady had to go to the hospital. And at the end, when they did the last fucking interview, like of her leaving, her face was all swollen and shit, like she got beat the fuck up. Yeah, this motherfucker's a sick bastard. It's crazy to think that motherfucker was doing it for a long ass time. 30 years. Yeah, that's some shit.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't do no shit like that.
So people sign a waiver just to get. And how long do you have to last?
I'll look at it. Let me look at it. I have a second page.
I mean, is it like one day? Is it like a couple days? Is it a month?
Okay, so the tour lasts 8 to 10 hours, but guests have never reached the end. He said that he never allowed safe words for the tour, but has since changed the rule, allowing guests to have the option to end the tour immediately. There have been reports of past guests' safe words being ignored. The house operates year-round, blah, 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 blah. Other controversies. Let's see this. A participant, Laura Rotherton, on a visit to the manor in 2016, she repeatedly used the safe word for before employees stopped torturing her. He was later treated at a hospital for extensive injuries. Oh shit. McCamey Manor in Summerton, Tennessee has been subject to many complaints. Lawrence County Commissioner Scott Frank described an incident where deputies were called to the The neighbors saw a woman dragged screaming from a van as a part of the experience. Stage or not, this is simply not something that none of us want anywhere near us. District Attorney Brent Cooper said to the program was legal because people subjected themselves and to it voluntarily through participants could withdraw their consent at any time, according to Tennessee law.
Yeah.
That's some shit. Oh, on October 31st, 2023, damn, still to that day? Tennessee Attorney General reported Jonathan Schmidt, or the fuck, yeah, notified McCamey Manor that it was under investigation over concerns about his business practices and whether they might violate the state's consumer protection law. Specific concerns including allegations that withdrawn consent is not honored. Damn. I think it was dictated by like how you gotta watch the documentary that they have on it because they really get more in depth on like how what the rules of the whole situation of it was. But that was the whole thing. It's 20,000, but no one's ever won out of all these years. And that's some fucked up shit.
That's
They were
fucking crazy.
documentary too. They're like, what kind of a person is he? And they're like, well, he's worked this job. He works all the time. He's but year round, no matter what, he's like dedicated to do this shit. Like, what the fuck? I guess he was in the military or something like that too for like 23 years. He said that in the Navy, the weakest branch of all service.
So people just signed up to get tortured for a good 10 hours, but couldn't make the 10-hour cut.
Pretty much. That's some
But
shit.
But he was allowed to physically harm you. Was he allowed to beat you with a tool? Like, was he allowed to use it? Like, was he allowed to physically kill you?
No, like he would physically be able to harm you. Like part of all of the paperwork. And he told him straight up, like, look, I can beat you. I can fuck you up. I can punch you. I can slap you. I can pretty much rape you. Yeah, that's fucked up, right? Like all the above, pretty much, and you're consenting to it. That's the experience, and that's why people, like the whole documentary was kind of about because they kind of like went away from like talking about the sexual assault and all that shit too because they're like it's kind of fucked up to talk about, understandably, sick bastard. But then the whole thing is like, well, what kind of a person would actually like doing that shit year round? It's like he funds it out of his own pocket, doesn't take no money from nobody, funds it out of his own pocket to physically assault and sexually assault these people. It's pretty fucked up. Sick bastard.
Yeah.
And shit, I remember seeing it a long time ago too, like a couple years ago. I remember seeing that shit, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." And I was like, "Fuck, now it ain't cool." Sick bastard. McCamey Manor.
I just can't believe people would really legitimately sign up for something that's retarded. Shit, pay me.
Yeah. Horrible.
How much was it? How much did you have to pay this motherfucker? This is even like they're like, oh, it's $1,500. Like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Like, this wasn't cheap. He made money on this. Is there a price that it shows on how much you paid to get your ass beat?
I don't know. This is crazy. Like, I just clicked on like a link on fucking Reddit right now too. Like, they're talking about the McCamey Manor shit. Like, recently a friend introduced me to McCamey Manor, the premier extreme hot horror house. I browsed around Reddit for a while, couldn't find any recent posts about this. I'm all for haunted houses. go to one every year, but this seems messed up. If you don't want to watch the video, basically it tells a man named Russ who lives in San Diego, puts on a haunted house in his backyard, which basically equates to consent torture of those who are willing to make the trip to the manor. Does this seem really outputting to anyone else? Should Russ get in trouble for this? There seems to be a great deal of controversy over McCain Manor. Just want to know what other people think about it, and it just gets into people doing weird shit. Like I just found this rabbit hole today. Sick shit, really. What makes this most sense? The rumor he lives streams it to Vegas and Thailand for pay and gambling. What the fuck? He digs this shit. He gets paid. Joke's on you, the participant. A bunch of weirdos and sickos are watching. It's not about you, your experience, also the 3 young children in the house that we all know about. It says a lot. What the fuck? Rescue those kids. There's some dark web shit out here open for a challenge. The hours of signing a contract is grooming. Game has already begun. What the fuck kind of shit is that? This was like 6 years ago. These motherfuckers was writing this shit too. Damn.
I
Crazy too, because you know what's crazy about rumors? I remember this when I was a kid, right? I was in elementary school, like maybe like 4th grade, and I remember like fuck, was that 4th grade? So I gotta think about that when I was young. And people were talking about because we were little kids, we like rap, you know, because I grew up in the ghetto. So we're all talking about, oh yeah, Biggie Smalls. Oh, I like Biggie Smalls. I remember when we were kids, there was a rumor going around saying that I heard the cops killed Biggie Smalls. I was like, what? When we were kids, I remember this shit. This is before all the documentaries and all that shit. This was like probably late 90s too, like right before 2000. Yeah, I remember that shit a long, long time ago. That's some crazy shit.
but he made money on it. Like, so people paid to get tortured. That's the fucked up part. Is
Yeah,
like
crazy as shit. No,
but it doesn't tell
money,
you.
I don't know how he made money on it, but the people themselves didn't pay to do it. They paid to get themselves there, but
And then you said there was 3 kids in the house while this all went down.
yeah, he has 3 kids just living. Oh, I got my 3 kids living here, and I'm not in the back torturing and assaulting people and shit.
That is fucking crazy.
Oh, that's another thing too. He
Ew.
a YouTube.
Why are you selling this?
If you look up McCamey Manor, he has his YouTube site, which he shows it that shit too, where it's just him showing like everything. Kind of fucked up.
What the fuck are you, dude?
Yeah, some crazy shit, huh? Sorry.
Wow.
It intrigues your devilness, and I can tell.
Well, I'm just shocked on how he did it, and I got in trouble. Like,
Yeah, this has been going on for decades now. Some crazy shit.
that's crazy. And you just everyone just ignores like it ever happened.
Pretty much, man. There's some weird shit going on. Well, okay. Nowadays.
What's that?
What's up?
I didn't hear what you said.
No, there's a lot of crazy shit going on nowadays. You know what I mean? Same
I agree. Some weird shit.
Bro, and someone stole my. Oh, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, I can't wait to fucking watch the rest of this King of the Hill. Man, I was already getting into the first episode. I was like, man, I wish I can sit down and watch this shit right now, but another day.
College football 26, man. That's all I've been. Yeah.
You been what?
College football 26 for the PS5. Just been
Yeah.
playing that.
Oh, you know what new game I want to get? That scene that came out. I think it's on PlayStation 5 now too. Fucking you ever heard that shit called SWAT?
No.
SWAT. Well, the game was like you're a SWAT member, right? And you're like you go into like the situations and it's like crazy like terrorists or some fucking hostage motherfucker, and you're like going like SWAT, you know, clear the
Okay.
corners and shit like that. Yeah, it's pretty fucking dope. One
Have
of
you
those
played Payday?
Yeah, Payday is pretty good. It gets
That
boring
one was
if
fun.
you don't follow like the storyline. I remember the one where like you're in the dealership, you gotta like rob it and be quiet. I was like, fuck it. I just ran and started shooting people. Bang, 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 bang. Just start shooting everybody. And then like everyone tries to kill you real fast, but you gotta hurry up and shoot everybody. That one's pretty good. Payday is alright. It's not bad. I was getting into the VR shit for a while, like last year. I got the whole fucking when the PS4 had the VR. That was years ago. I remember I had it, and like they didn't have a lot of games for it, but like they started getting like better about making games for the VR shit, which is pretty fucking cool. I want to get the Oculus, but the Oculus is fucking dope. Dopeness.
Fuck. Yeah, but no, man, that's some crazy shit. Can't
Oh, you
believe that
took the
happened.
dude in the fucking McCamey Manor shit. People are sick. They're sickos. Or even too like because he's a military person, right? So these you never know like the people that are in combat, you know, they do some crazy shit and then they go back to their life and then they're trying to like get normal, get to like readjusted, like assimilated back into society. They can't really. And some people are sickos. They just like that shit. You know, they just want to fucking keep doing it. Fucking weirdos. Sick bastards. That's some crazy shit.
Yeah.
So what else has been new, Dave?
Sure, other than that, not much. Besides the GSR thing, that was crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy to think. And I always tell my wife this shit too. I'm like, you need to make sure you fucking pay attention. You know, you never know what's going on.
Hit the granny! Hit the granny!
I was at work.
He's too
I was like,
bad!
pretty
He
much.
is too bad!
That's why the whole thing was about it. Like, well, everyone was at work. He came there, and we know now, right? He went there, but it's like if he had other intentions, like of killing a lot of people, man. The hot August nights is already here. It's gonna be here, I think, till the 10th. So like this whole month is gonna be, you know, this is the busy season for Reno. So there's gonna be a lot of people. There's a lot more places for them to do shit like that and like kill people because they want to be like sick bash like that. I think it was just he lost his shit looking for people, and then he just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna kill somebody," so because I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like it's fucked up. It's pretty fucked up.
Don't you ever
Oh, it
try to
is.
run it
It's
on
very
me,
fucked up. Like
stupid!
people that I'm saying like he's fucking stupid, but and I was still shocked that of all places it happened here. So
That's why I never go to the GSR. GSR.
No! Don't
I
get
remember months ago, like
that's how it is for me with the Nugget.
yeah, fuck all that. The Nugget shit always goes down at the Nugget, huh?
Stabbings, fucking shootings, yeah.
And it's always right there, like where the entrance is, like where the underground parking is, like where the
Yeah.
like around that area when it's all dark. Yeah, that's some shit going down. That's like the seedy fucking part of town, and it's crazy because it's like
Well,
downtown Sparks pretty much.
when
Sparks
we,
isn't
lived,
really a city.
when we lived over there on C Street, fucking that dude, we hear gunshots almost nightly.
On C Street?
Yeah. So like I think it was called Avenue of the Oaks, and we're one block off of it. We lived at the Bridges. And we lived on the fourth floor, but we would constantly see cop cars. We constantly fucking hear gunshots. We fucking see shit on our phone. It was all stabbing at the Nugget. And all.
Yeah, that's like down the street and shit. I hate that. That's why I don't like living in Sparks no more. It's fucking bullshit. Sorry.
It used to be decent.
Yeah, that was like in the 90s maybe, but not no more. bullshit. I'm tired as fuck.
Same with Reno though. It's going to crap, man.
Yeah, all of it. Really. I miss living in the valleys than the North Valleys. I like living far away. If you ever go out to like the North Valleys, too, my favorite area in town is if you just drive up Red Rock Road all the way up that way. That's fucking. It's like in the middle of nowhere almost, but you're still 10 minutes away from the store.
Yeah, but the only thing I don't like is the highway.
Yeah, because imagine the snow time. Because that's what I think about now. It's like I don't mind the snow, but when it gets bad, that's when you gotta worry. Like if you live fucking 30 minutes away and you gotta drive down a road that's probably not plowed, and there's a bunch of fucking ditches on the side.
Oh, no way.
It's a little much. It's a little much. I remember sometimes, and I used to live in Alpha Stead, and when I used to live out there, and I used to go work down off of Dickerson, and like near downtown. I used to work there, so when I used to have to drive into work, it took me like 15 minutes. You know, everywhere in town. Like, but when I had to get up, there'd be sometimes 2 hours, 2 fucking hours, and just traffic because there was everyone driving, no, fucking the same route. Fucking suck balls.
Yeah, but man.
Bunch of bullshit. So I know you're an Ozzy fan. Have you seen that? Not really.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not a metalhead like Xavier.
Oh, dude, I am, but
Why not? He's one of the classics, like those people that you listen to. Like I don't hear that shit.
classic to me is like Iron Maiden, Slayer. Like that's classic to me. Ozzy,
But he came first. That's why it was kind of like generic.
he's good. I'm not bagging on him. I'm not saying he wasn't good. He was very good. He had a great life, but he's not in my top Mount Rushmore. Like,
Yeah, he's just like one of the greats. I wouldn't say the Beatles are the fucking best thing ever, you know what I mean? But they are out there, you know. They if it wasn't for the shit they made, it wouldn't be for other music. I was looking at that recently too about the album sales. So like album sales, right? To get 10 million would be diamond, and every that would be like or like 30 million would be triple diamond. We're like in a time in our lives now we don't really like what equates to record sales.
August 11th.
So say if you listen to a new song, a new album of whatever artist it is, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go buy it on iTunes? Are you gonna listen to it on Spotify? Are you gonna go fucking look on YouTube and look up the song? Well, how are you gonna listen to that new song or new album? YouTube?
yeah.
That's your go-to YouTube. See that's just something that everyone inherited. Like everyone nowadays, those are the go-to. It's like I'm not gonna go buy it. Why do I go to the store? That's kind of so it's like everywhere that you listen to these songs or albums, it's digital footprint. You're listening to it from somewhere online. So how does it equate to fucking album sales? I don't get that. It's not the same one because it's like people back in the day, like buying records was a thing, but nowadays it's not. Remember back in the day we used to go like, I don't know about you, but I even remember back in the day, tapes, old school tapes back in the day.
Yeah.
My mom and my dad, I used to love listening to tapes. I used to have this Notorious B.I.G. tape. I used to love listening to that shit, or like Two Live Crew tape, or fucking like old school ghetto ass tapes and shit. Or DJ Quick. I remember we used to have DJ Quick on tape. Some dope shit. Then it was some rock and shit like that. I remember I found some tapes in my garage, like all the old school Journey tapes. That was dope as shit. To hear the hum of the tape while you're playing, that was dope.
I made a fumble. No.
The whole CD era was it just sucked having to fucking deal with scratches and broken CDs though. That's something that sucked. But the CD era, a different time.
the CD book.
CDs, yeah, the big old CD book. And then when you lose the CD book, you're like, fuck, man. I remember to this day there were some albums like or some like CDs I remember from a long time ago. I'm like, man, I wish I could find that album. I don't know what the album is. I don't know where the fuck it came from. I just know it's by this artist and that's it. And I can never find that exact album again. And it's like all I can remember is the fucking picture on the CD from back in the day. That's all I remember. And then I remember when things changed, right? When it went from just a regular CD where it was like, oh, there's a 10, 15 tracks on a CD. Then they started becoming like MP3 CDs. You remember that shit back in the day? Your shit's muted, Dave.
No, sorry, yeah, no. You saw me talking to you. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell are you playing games with me? But yeah, we used to fucking do that shit back in the day. Like whenever we used to download like songs, a bunch of songs. I remember when we figured out like how we can make an MP3 CD and they just put a bunch of songs. Like we can put over like almost 100 songs on one CD.
Yeah, the iPods and shit.
No, this is before like it got into iPods and like CD. Like we were still on the CD player thing. Like this is right before like the first iPod.
Are you talking about like burning a CD?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
yeah.
Making it. No, I'm talking about making an MP3 CD.
Right. You get to put whatever songs on a blank CD and then play it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Not just regular, because like back in the day, would just burn. I'm gonna make me a mixed CD. I'm gonna make it a you know how many songs I can fit on here, and it's like 12 because of the song lengths or whatever the fuck. But if you made them into MP3 files back in the day, and we figured this shit out, so if you can put it on the same type of blank CD, instead of making it 10 songs or 12 songs or whatever, you make them into an MP3 file, and you'll be able to put like 60 to 80 songs on one CD. And the only way you can play it on a radio is like you have to have like a radio that reads the MP3 songs. So like you put it in the inside of your deck in your car, and that's how we used to listen to it. Like we couldn't just connect your phone back in the day and shit. So we had to put the CD in there in the deck, and then it would be a MP3 file. You open it, and it would be fucking 80 songs on there. And that was back in the day when you like, oh, I want to have all this music on one CD. I remember that was the dope ass shit back in the day. Doing the MP3s. That was fucking cool.
Yeah. I remember a lot of them, man. Like, and then, yeah, no, now it's obsolete.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting so old now and shit. But it's funny to think that CDs like disc are still around. I'm like surprised about.
I feel like when the next generation of consoles come out, they'll all completely be digital copy games only. There's no real need of having a physical disc anymore.
It's
And
just
it's a waste.
I feel like the speed of it is what's holding us back because of the speed at which we can download things, we can play things, and like if I wanted to download fucking Call of Duty right now and go download that shit on my PS5, like 2 hours, probably like an hour and a half to 2 hours just to download the motherfucker, and then when you download it, oh yeah, we got about 5 updates we got to put on here too, so another 30 minutes.
That's the guy who got killed.
It's always a thing. It's always a fucking download this and download that. Even if you just buy the game on a disc and you put it in there, it's gonna still take you like 30 minutes to download all the data onto the fucking.
Yeah.
That's what fucking sucks. I remember that was a stupid thing back in the day too. When I think it was the Tony Hawk game. Tony Hawk is a dope ass game. Back in the day, we used to just play it. Like I forgot Tony Hawk Ground 2 when they went to like Hawaii and shit like that. They said that was like I think that was a game that they said was the first game that didn't have loading bars, which was fucking dumb because you still waited. So instead of like when you used to have a loading screen, so like I'm gonna play here and that. Okay, this character. Okay, let's go. Press X. So in between the time it loads up everything, it'll just be like a loading screen with like something in the corner, like doing some weird shit, you know. And that'll be the load screen. But instead of doing that, if they didn't have that, but they had like some stupid like video or some shit like that. I think that's what it was. But it wasn't even really like you weren't waiting. They were like making it seem like it's instant. want to play now, we're gonna play now. And this was like back in the early 2000s or shit.
Yeah, when you just buy your PS1 or PS2 game, put it in, play it right away immediately. And then once
Yeah.
PS3 hit, once the PS3 hit, that's where you put the game in, and it's all installing extra data or whatever. And then like you start to do it, and then it's all you can't play this mode until fully downloaded. So you wait until it's fully downloaded, and then you find out that it's just online ranking or something, and then yeah, multiplayer, whatever. And then now
Great times though. I remember back in the early 2000s was the shit too, because to have a CD that was a double CD. Remember back in the day when you used to see like a double CD? You go buy a CD at the store, and instead of it being a single CD, it's a double CD, or just the artwork and shit like that.
yeah.
Okay. Now you remember? I know you don't. I don't know. It's not that prominent around here, but I remember in LA when I was growing up, there would always be someone like selling a CD because they're like, "Oh, I'm a rapper. This and that. I got me a CD. You want to buy a CD? It's $5. This and that." Like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We were kids back in the day, you know, go help my mom go to the store, you know, go run errands, whatever, and then out of nowhere, some dude, hey, you want to buy a CD? I'm a rapper. They call me so and so. Yeah, yeah, okay, cool. We'll check it out. So nowadays it's different. Now they're like selling USB drives. Like, oh, I'm a rapper. I got this USB drive right here. Just plug it in the radio, play it like that, scan it. You can listen on your phone. Just fucking cool. You know what I mean? Oh man, you want to hear some funny ass shit? Damn. The one guy, right? My cousin, he was going somewhere because when we were kids, like teenagers, my grandparents, they were getting to the point where they're so old. My grandma passed away, but my grandpa, he's still alive. He's damn near 90 years old now. But when we were teenagers, you know, they were already pretty old. My grandpa got old enough to the point where he was too old and had too many accidents. No insurance company would fucking like actually give him insurance. There was like Allstate dropped him. He went to another one. They dropped him, and they're like, "You have too many accidents within a year. We can't give you a policy." And finally, he figured out another way to get it. He was like, "Okay, I got to pay you a lot of money, but I'm gonna get it." So he's like, "Okay, well, I can't drive because fuck, man, I'm gonna hit something." So okay, we're gonna drive for you, Grandpa. So we always take him somewhere, right? So my cousin one day he goes, "All right, I'm gonna go take you somewhere, Grandpa." And you know, old people, you know, they scoot along and fucking something that takes 10 minutes versus takes like an hour for them. So he's all right, I'm waiting the shit, and he's like, he's in the ghetto. So there's some fucking dude comes up to him, same thing. He's like, "Oh man, what's up, man?" And then I got a CD right here, and he's all trying to sell him for like $15. And he's like, $15? My cousin all telling me, he's like, "Man, that shit was $15." Like, fuck no, I want no for $15. Like, food. Everyone knows a CD around here goes for about $5. So for if you want me to listen to, he's like, "Come on, man." He's like, "Dude, this fucking guy." Like, I'm sitting in the Jeep, sitting there chilling, window down. I'm in the driver's seat, and he tells me the dude comes up to him. He just looks like a fucking dirtbag, like dirty ass shorts, a muscle shirt, like a white beater, just fucking dirty. And he's like telling me, "Dude, the worst part was this fucking guy smelled like shit. Like this who went took a shit and didn't wipe his ass. Like horrible. Like just dookie." And I was like, "For real?" He's like, the more and more he tried to convince me to buy it, I was just like trying to get him like get the fuck away from me, because it was like, God, I'm like sitting, I'm in here, and this guy's like, "Come on, man, come on, $10." And he's like, "I don't know, man. I just only got $5." He's like, "Oh," he's like, "It smells." My cousin, he's pious, so he's all sitting there smoking weed. He's like, "Oh, smoking weed, man. You got some weed? How about give me $5? Give me a little bit of that weed you got." And he's like, "All right then, man." He's like, "I'll give you like $3, and I'll give you like a gram of weed." And he's like, "All right, cool, all right, all right." So he gives him this fucking CD. And he's like, "That fucking CD had less than 10 songs on that motherfucker." He's like, "The first two are all right." And he's like, "Every fucking song after that was scratch." He's like, "God damn it." He was hella mad. So he's like,
Uh,
hey. So the funniest part is he's like, "Son of a bitch." And he's like, "This is fucking bullshit." So he goes and leaves and he's like, I gotta find this motherfucker, man, and give my money back to him, give me another CD. And he's like, oh yeah, fucking turn around the corner. He's like, hey man, hey, these CD gave me all fucked up, it's scratched. He's like, oh my bad, player. And he's like, pulls out a fucking stack of CDs, not even like no sleeves, just a stack of CDs stacked on top of each other. He's like, hold on, man, let me see which one's good. He's all trying to find yeah, gives him another one. And the funny part about it, he's like, yeah, if I looked at it, it looked cool, put it in there. He's like, that shit was scratching the same motherfucking songs too. He's like, man, that pissed me off. And he was like, one of the only songs that played was like for one of the songs. He's like, yeah, fool, that's just fucking stupid. Tried to slap that shit and it was stupid. He's like, my pesos. Yeah, it was horrible. Like, I don't know what that guy in his pesos, man. No wonder why he smelled like shit, because he was getting paid in pesos. That was some hilarious ass shit, though. Good times.
Yeah.
One time he almost killed my grandma doing that shit too. We used to like go hang out and like we go do something and then like, oh, grandpa, you need to go serve, we'll take you, whatever. So he's like, my grandma want to go somewhere. She scoot along, get in the car, and this motherfucker, had to get McDonald's in the morning, so that motherfucker went to get McDonald's. Bad bastard. Then you turn on the fucking radio, fucking full blast, and because it's a Jeep, right? We don't have a CD player, or we have a CD player, but he wants to play the iPod or the phone, whatever. So the old school way is, this day, you put the tape inside of the deck, and it has a cord that comes from it, and you plug your phone into it. Yeah. So my cousin's like, fuck yeah. So what he would do is he slap the fucking volume, fucking full volume all the way up. Max volume. And then he'd just leave it on the tape. So when he get in, he'd plug his phone in and like turn it up and down from the phone, you know what I mean? So one day he didn't have it in there and he turned the car on. All right, grandma, get in. He gets in too, and then he's like, all right, we're not gonna listen to no phone because grandma's an old lady. So he's like, let me change it to the radio. So he changes the radio, and that motherfucker's full blast. And everybody else in the back, and my dad was like, he got hella mad. He's like, God damn, son, you trying to kill me? Man, that was a good ass time. Man.
Oh yeah, dude, that's fucking fun.
My grandma's an old native lady. I remember one time when my cousin, we were badass kids. One time my cousin was telling her, because they were like talking shit, because teenagers being bad kid. Grandma like, you need to sit down and eat. He said, I want to eat your nasty food. Oh yeah? She went and got the skillet and fucking hit him in the back of the head. Bam! I remember that shit too. He's like, it didn't really hurt, but she fucking hit me pretty good. He's like, I wasn't expecting it. She got me from behind. I was like, God damn. Some of the shit's fucked up. Oh, you want to hear another funny story about my grandma, right? Rest in peace. My grandma, one time, they always go out to the store, right? So they go to my grandma, even when they were little kids, because my grandma and my auntie, they lived together with both of my cousins. So my older cousin went to go help him one time. And this is before she was all old and like scooting along and shit. Like she was still like pretty she was like in her 60s, I think. Getting there, like getting old, but not too old. So then they went to the store one day, and my cousin said, all right, grandma, get in the car. And then I was putting all the shit in the back. My grandma's in the back, it's an old school Jeep, like the square ones. So they're getting in the back, and she's leaning down. And he's like, all right, grandma, get in the car. And he doesn't notice, right? And she's leaning down, and he closes it. Bam! It's in the back of the head. God damn. Grandma was pissed that night. That was some funny ass shit.
I bet, yeah. That's fucking crazy.
Oh, you want to hear another one, right? Because my cousin in the Jeeps. I wish my cousin was here. He'd tell his fucking story hilarious, and he'd laugh fucking hilarious. Man. So the whole thing was and he was always telling me, "Oh, I hate Valentine's Day." I said, "Why do you hate Valentine's? Bad luck, fucking bad luck." I was like, "You're tripping." He's like, "You always think it's bad luck because what happened to you?" He's like, "Yeah, because one time, right? He go and hang out with all his buddies, all the broads, whatever the fuck." So he would take my grandma's Jeep, and those old school Jeeps, like 90s Jeep, like those old school ones, all squared out and shit. So they had a red Jeep. So they were going to take the Jeep. So my cousin like, yeah, I'm going to take the Jeep. So he went to go. This is when I was living in LA. He went to go take the Jeep. And that day was snowing still. It was February. So it was snowing and shit. So he went to go get the Jeep and take everyone around there, fucking around all day. And then finally at the end of the day, like all day he was burning out. You ever heard of neutral drop? You know what that is? when you throw your shit into neutral, so you get in your car and you put it in neutral. When you're in neutral, you're not going forward, right? So your drive line is connected to your transmission. You're just you're revving your shit. You rev the shit out of it, and then you throw that fucker in drive. And because you're flooring it and you're throwing it in the gear, you're making yourself like do a little burnout. But doing that way, it puts a lot of fucking pressure, like a lot of pressure on your drive line. So the pole that goes from your engine and your transmission that runs to the back of your tires, which is most vehicles that are like 4x4, that they are rear wheel drive, so they'll have a drive line that goes to the back, just a big old pole that holds the power that's going to put it to your wheels. So when you do that, it's going from 0 to fucking fast as shit, just fucking bam, and that shit's aluminum. So you're doing it for so many times, it puts stress on like where it connects to both ends of the differential in the back to the wheels to the transmission in the front. There's these little like they look like this. They're like ball bearings and they connect. They can only take so much pressure. So he was doing it all fucking day. He told me, yeah, the last day, man, I dropped someone off. It was the last person to drop off, and kept fucking and he would do it to where it was rev it so hard, and we make that motherfucker like rock and shit back and forth. So he's like, yeah, I was doing it all day, burning out. The last time of the day, he's like, man, he threw that fucking drive, pah! And he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, got out, and it was fucking, he did it in the intersection. And if you know where the Sack and Save is on Audi, or it used to be there. Yeah, so he did it on the intersection right there in Audi, and I think it's not Sullivan. Yeah, near that area, if you know what I'm talking about, like off of Audi where the U-Haul is. So he did it.
Yeah, I know where it is.
Yeah. So he blew the fucking drive line out, did it so bad, he fucking twisted it. It was like a fucking big old plastic tube that got twisted. He's like, yeah, for that shit twisted. One side fell down. He's like, I couldn't do shit. So he's like, the last like 2-3 people that were with him, he had to get out and push it through the fucking intersection and like push it like to the apartment complex where they're living at, like fucking like 4 or 5 blocks away. So they push it all the way in the snow time, right? Push it in there, and then the funniest part is he goes and tells my auntie. He's like, Mom, I need to tell you something. It's like, what? What did you do? He's like, you better not do nothing. You better not take the Jeep. He's like, no, it's Mom. You got to help me, Mom. He goes and tells her, Mom, the Jeep is broken. He's like, what did you do? She's all pissed off. Oh my God. He's like, Grandma, we had to tell Grandma that we didn't do nothing, just that it was just here. It got broken. It's like, what the fuck? You're gonna just play it off like someone tore the just don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Like, oh, I guess so. So finally, he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna tell Grandma." My grandma's still like young enough to beat on him a little bit because she's pissed off. And it was funny. My grandpa's to this day, he's an old man. He's 9 years old. I go talk to him about that shit that happened. He'd be like, "Bitch, son of a bitch, $2,000 to fix, son of a bitch." Like, yeah. I remember he was pissed about that shit. Man.
All right, brother. Well,
we got 2 the grandpa stories today.
I had fun, dude. We'll do it again next Sunday, and hopefully X will be here.
Yeah, we will torture him into getting on the show. But it's been a nice one. It's nice to get caught up and talk about current events and everything. But yeah, I know it's getting late for both of us.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
All righty.